What's up, guys? It's Levi. Hey, we're going to be working a thoroughbred that was fresh off the track this spring. And so he got purchased and they went home to work him. Everything kind of went good, but then things fell apart. Rider got hurt. So that's how he ended up in our program. So we're going to see if he knows some of the groundwork stuff and what he knows or how he does it. We're going to go through it and see where he's at. So we're going to get started. And on the track, I imagine there wasn't much groundwork stuff done here. So we'll see kind of, like I said, just what he knows. And we want more than just running around here wearing themselves out. I'm always looking for stuff when I'm doing this groundwork. That's exactly what I'm talking about. He got mad right there. Tried to go to kick me. I'm going to keep that face in and get them hindquarters out of my face. I don't want to see that. You could totally see what he just tried to do right there. That's where we want to be quick. So now, I don't trust him as far either, and I want them hindquarters to get away and bring that face in to spin them hindquarters out. So I'm going to be a little tougher on him because you pressure him, he gets mad. We don't like that. Hindquarters out, face in. I'm going to be a lot tougher on him because of what he did. There we go. And I'll just go move his hips around. Move his hips around. Move his hips around. So it definitely looks like he's been lunged before. But you can tell he lunged and it was not, I would say, potentially not a good experience when he did lunge. So that's what I want to turn into. I want him to get really inviting to ask me questions. I always want to think of that. When I was growing up, I never got spanked around for asking questions. So I want to get him to where he feels comfortable asking instead of just getting cranky at me like he did right in the beginning. And that stuff can be dangerous if we don't know what we're doing. So I'll pressure him over, get him stepping forward. Very good. You can tell he's been lunged before. He's just a little cranky at it. If you notice, I'm still working on the left side here, so we'll get this straightened up here. Get off of me, get off of me. And I keep moving them hips out. Keep moving them hips out. Keep moving them hips out. Don't just flop around here in this circle. I'm looking for stuff. Hindquarters, there we go. Hindquarters. And I also want to be careful always that he doesn't speed up when I'm working. Very nice. So he's already getting a lot nicer. I like that. Hindquarters around. Hindquarters around. Come on. And when they get that face turned away, they can be really dangerous. There we go. Very nice. You can see him licking and chewing probably. Starting to relax himself a little more in these exercises. Good job moving away. Hindquarters. I'll just go over them hindquarters again. Get off of me. No, he wants to crowd in with the front end. Pick my hand up and move him out. Get off of me. There we go. I just want him to feel comfortable. And with a horse like him, I'm going to be quite a bit tougher in the beginning because he's been through some of this stuff, and you can tell he's like didn't have the best experience with this stuff. He's just cranky at it, really cranky. So when I ask for something, I'm going to follow through because I don't want him to get the chance to get mad at me like he did the first time, where he tried to turn and kick at me. Very nice. Nice job. I like this. He's already walking nicer. He's positioning himself nicer. I'm going to move the hips again. He slowed himself down. I want him to get confident in these exercises. I don't want to scare him into it. No, don't push me. So right there, he's pushing into me. There we go. Very nice. Good job. Oh, I like that. That's really nice. Beautiful. Like I said, you can see how much slower he's stepping. That's the stuff we're looking for here. I want to be able to maneuver him around. There we go. Stepped him off of me. You can see when I tap him with the stick a little bit, boy, that tail gets to whipping. And what we want to teach him is just because I use the stick doesn't mean I don't love him. And I continue that over and over and over and over and over. So we got that good forward motion going here. Got him soften up on that neck more. And he's starting to come to me a lot more. Just in the short amount of time. He softens that neck up, moves the hips around. I want him to just step around slow, and I want him to move the hips and not move his front end so much. You can still see his tail swishing there. Like he's not used to the pressure. He doesn't know the difference when we don't like something versus when we don't like it yet. So he's easily irritated still. That's all right. That just means we need to do it more and more and build his confidence up and teach him when I use the stick and tap him does not mean that we don't love him. We just continue this. Move the hips around. Very nice. So I'm really starting to like it. You can just see he's walking slower. He's getting used to the process more and more. So now I like this side. It's time to move to the other side. So let's see how he acts going to the right. So we'll probably have to like really loosen this side up too. Like you can tell his neck is stiff here. Really see if we can get him loosened up. And again, when I bring the stick up and tap him, it's not that big of a deal. Every time I tap him, the tail's swishing. Like I said, we want that to go away. We want him to build his confidence. So he has to get over, like my tools, when I pick it up and use it. Or right here, I'm just going to pick it up and rest it on him. I'm going to just pick it up and rest it up there. I want him to just get used to it. There we go. So he slowed his feet down, and I'll just take it back down again. Good stuff. Very nice. All right, time to trot a little bit more. Very good. You can see he's really stiff. When I'm lunging, I really want them arching around my circle. I want their nose tipping in and really bending around my circle. You see a lot of horses when people are lunging. The horse is kind of straight on the circle and they're looking out. Beautiful. Right there, that was a beautiful question that he asked me. And I just answered it. I said, sir, I want to go this way. Thank you so much. All right, so we got the forward motion good here. And again, this horse knows how to lunge, you can tell. He just didn't have a good experience lunging. So I want that face to tip in. You can see he's keeping it straight here. I want to tip that nose in and move the hips around this way. I want him to just soften up. You see his tail whipping here. I just keep that forward motion because that's what this hip exercise is. It is a forward motion. Good job. And then I just walk away. I want him to just calm himself down. I'm going to just send him out and do it again. Shorten that up and move the hips around. I just want to build his confidence. Remember, we don't like something, keep doing it until they get used to it and they don't take it personal anymore. Good. Send him out again and work that again. Pushed in with that front end. I just want his hips going around. Very nice. He's walking slow. I really like that. You can still see his tail really working there. That's just because he's not confident. And that means that might take 3 or 4 sessions to get him there. So now we got to where we can really get him bending around me here. It's much prettier. You can see how he's stepping around. And throughout the process, you're going to see that he got a little sweaty too. And most of that came from mental. We didn't even lope one time today on the lunge line. It was all getting him to work off of me. I'm going to push him sideways here so I shorten my rope up. Get him to where he can get off of me here. There we go. And all I'm looking for him to do is let me guide you around here on the ground. Connect to my energy level. Stop him. Throw a back up in there. Want him to respond off of pressure. Now I can spank him a little too, and he's not swishing as much. Tail's still going a little bit, but he's not near as grumpy. Like I said, just because I tap him around, that's not to punish him or anything like that. All that is for is to apply the little bit of pressure to say, hey, get off of pressure. This is what it means, so I can reach him. That's what the stick is for. And he needs to get used to that. Go ahead and stop him. And back up. Nice job. Boy, I love it how much nicer he's letting me guide him around here. Let's go ahead and trot again. Bending in really good. And a stop. And a takeoff. And a trot. Excellent. And you can just see his neck is getting softer and softer along with his whole body. His neck wants to go lower. I'm not making him do that. That's just him getting confident. Good. Bump and a back up. That's him getting confident in these exercises. This is all I want. And like I said, it looks like he's run 100 miles. He's that sweaty. But that comes from, like I said, it comes from the mental side of it. Because this exercise was strictly getting him to, like, when I do this, this is what it means. When I pressure here, this is what it means. It means that way. And we continue that stuff, and it builds his confidence in it, and it gets him to where it doesn't feel like a punishment anymore, because it feels like, wow, leadership is really showing me what winning looks like. So that's what I always want to try to remember. Like, when you show somebody, a team member, what winning looks like, boy, usually team members can really get in there and make things happen. I want the horses the same way. I want to show them what it looks like when I want to show them what winning looks like. And that's what we did today with him. And I'm very pleased, even though, like I said, he tried to even, he was thinking about kicking at me in the beginning. And again, it wasn't that we're teaching him something totally new. It's just him learning what it means when we're doing it. That's what we're looking for. So you can see he's lowering his head. He's trying to get himself comfortable in this stuff because he probably never had a session like this on the ground. So it's exactly what I want. Getting him to where I can guide him left and right, back him up, move his hips, all that good stuff. That's a must for the first session if we can. So, and we got it accomplished. So I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you haven't already, leave a comment, share it with a friend that's going through something like this. And maybe there's some tips in here that they can help. So again, I appreciate you guys watching. God bless.